on to mono black. We have Azula Always Lies, 2-cost instant lesson, choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Then you have Azula on the Hunt, 4-cost legendary creature, human noble with firebending 2. When Azula attacks, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. Then you have Beetle-Headed Merchants, 5-cost creature, human citizen. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then we have Boiling Rock Rioter, 3-cost creature, human rogue ally with firebending 1. Tap an untapped ally you control, exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own, exile with this creature. Then we have Buzzard Wasp Colony. It is a 4-cost creature, bird insect with flying. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw a card. When another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on this creature. Then you have Callous Inspector, 1-cost creature, human soldier with menace. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to you, create a clue token. Then you have Canyon Crawler, 6-cost creature, spider beast with death touch. When this creature enters, create a food token and has swamp cycling for 2. Moving on to Cat Gator, 7-cost creature, fish crocodile with lifelink. When this creature enters, it deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to any target. Then you have Corrupt Court Official, 2-cost creature, human advisor. When this creature enters, target opponent discards a card. Then you have the Dai Indoctrination, 2-cost sorcery lesson, choose 1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent card from it. That player discards that card. Also Earthbend 2. Then you have Day of Black Sun. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. Then you have Deadly Precision, 1-cost sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, pay 4 or sacrifice an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature. You have Epic Downfall. It's a 2-cost sorcery. Exile target creature with mana value 3 or greater. Fatal Fissure, 2-cost instant. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, you Earthbend 4. Then you have Fire Nation Drill, 4-cost legendary artifact vehicle. Trample. When it enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. By spending 1 permanence your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Crew 2. Then you have Fire Nation Engineer, 3-cost creature, human artificer with raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature or vehicle you control. Then you have Fire Navy Trebuchet. It's a 3-cost artifact creature wall with defender and reach. Whenever you attack, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. Then we have Foggy Swamp Hunters, 4-cost creature, human ranger ally. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, this creature has lifelink and menace. Then you have Foggy Swamp Visions, 3-cost sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. And then we have Heartless Act, 2-cost instant, choose 1. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Then we have Hog Monkey, 3-cost creature, bear or monkey. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it gains menace until end of turn. Exhaust 5, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature. Then you have Judy, one of many, 2-cost creature, human advisor. By spending a black, you can tap, just fail 1, create a token that's a copy of this creature, then sacrifice an artifact or creature, activate only as a sorcery. Then you have June, Bounty Hunter, 2-cost legendary creature, human mercenary. June can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. By spending 1, you can sacrifice another creature, create a clue token, activate only during your turn. Then you have Ko, the Face Stealer, 6-cost legendary creature, shapeshifter spirit. When Ko enters, exile up to 1 other target creature. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it, pay 1 life, choose a creature card exiled with Ko. Ko has all activated and triggered abilities of the last chosen card. Then we have Lo and Lee, Twin Tutors, 5-cost legendary creature, human advisor. When Lo and Lee enter, search your library for a lesson and noble card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Noble creatures you control and lesson spells you control have lifelink. Then you have Mai, Scornful Striker, 2-cost legendary creature, human noble ally with first strike. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Then we have Merchant of Many Hats, 2-cost creature, human peasant ally. By spending 3, you can return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Northern Air Temple, 1 cost legendary enchantment shrine. When it enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Then we have Obsessive Pursuit, 2 cost enchantment. When this enchantment enters and at the beginning of your upkeep you lose 1 life and create a clue token, whenever you attack, put a X +1/+1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Then you have Ozai's Cruelty, 3 cost sorcery lesson. Ozai Cruelty deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. Then we have Phoenix Fleet Airship, 4 cost artifact vehicle. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, this vehicle is an artifact creature, crew 1. Then you have Pirate Peddlers, 3 cost creature, human pirates with Death Touch. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then you have Raven Eagle, 3 cost creature, bird assassin with flying. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Then you have the Rise of Sozin, which is a 6 cost saga. With 1 lore counter, you destroy all creatures. With 2 lore counters, you can choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles. And at 3, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. And then you have Firelord Sozin. Menace Firebending 3. Whenever Firelord Sozin deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Then you have Ruinous Waterbending, 3 cost sorcery lesson. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 4. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If the spell's additional cost was paid, whenever a creature died this turn, you gain 1 life. Then you have Sold Out, 4 cost instant, exile target creature. If it was dealt damage this turn, create a clue token. Then you have Swamp Snare Trap, 3 cost enchantment aura. When this spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a creature with flying. Enchanted creature gets -5/-3. Then you have Tundra Tank, 3 cost artifact vehicle, Firebending 1. When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn, crew 1. Then we have Wolfbat, 3 cost creature, Wolfbat, flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may pay black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Then you have Zuko's Conviction, 1 cost instant with kicker 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If this spell was kicked, instead put that card on the battlefield tapped. Then you have Black Sun Zenith, sorcery, put X -1/-1 counters on each creature. Shuffle Black Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Then you have Bloodbender's Rise, also known as Bloodchief Ascension, 1 cost enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent loses 2 or more life this turn, they put a quest counter on this enchantment. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if this enchantment has 3 or more quest counters on it, you may have that player lose 2 life. If you do, you gain 2 life. Then we have Cruel Tutor. Then we have Fire Nation Tank Train, 6 cost artifact creature, construct with menace. When this creature enters, you may destroy another target creature. If a creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. We have Azula, Ruthless Firebender, 3 cost legendary creature, human noble, with Firebending 1. Whenever Azula attacks, you may discard a card. When you get an experience counter for each player who discarded a card this turn. By spending 3 until end of turn, Azula gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have and gains a menace. Then you have the Dial E Sensor, 2 cost creature, human soldier advisor. By spending 1, you can sacrifice another creature, and this creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Then you have Desperate Plea, 2 cost sorcery lesson. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a creature. You can choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield if its power is less than or equal to the sacrificed creature's power, or destroy target creature. Then you have Firelord Ozai, 4 cost legendary creature, human noble. Whenever Firelord Ozai attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, add an amount of red equal to the sacrificed creature's power until end of combat. You don't lose this mana as steps end. Then by spending 6, you can exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those cards without paying its mana cost. You have Fire Nation Occupation, 3 cost enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Fire Nation Salvagers, 5-cost creature, human soldier, menace. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with counters on them deal combat damage to a player, put target creature or vehicle card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Then you have Giant Fly, 3-cost creature, insect, flying. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, this creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Then you have Low and League Royal Advisors, 4-cost legendary creature, human advisor. Whenever an opponent discards a card or mills one or more cards, put a +1/+1 counter on each advisor you control. By spending 3, target player mills 4 cards. Then you have Nyla, Shishru Sleuth, 5-cost legendary creature, Mole Beast. When Nyla enters, exile up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard. If you do, you lose X life and create X clue tokens, where X is that card's mana value. At the beginning of your end step, if you control no clues, return target card exile with Nyla to its owner's hand. They have Ruthless Waterbender, 2-cost creature, human soldier ally. Waterbend 2, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, activating only during your turn. Then you have Scarring Memories, 4-cost sorcery lesson. You may cast this spell as though it had a flash if you control an attacking legendary creature. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice, discards a card, and loses 3 life. Then you have Bastion of Remembrance, 3-cost enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Dark Deal, 3-cost sorcery. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws that many cards -1. Then you have Dire Sight, 3-cost sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. Elephant Rat, 2-cost creature, Elephant Rat, with Menace, it's a 1/3. Then we have Fire Nations and Ambushers, 3-cost creature, human soldier with Flash. Fire Nation Sentinels, 5-cost creature, human soldier. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Then you have Gillicorn, which is a 1-cost creature, lizard, Death Touch. Then you have Lion Vulture, it's a 4-cost creature, you cap bird with flying. At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and draw a card. Then you have Purple Pentapus, it's a 1-cost creature, octopus starfish. When this creature enters, Surveil 1. By spending 3, you can tap an untapped creature you control, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Then you have Feed the Swarm, 2-cost sorcery, destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls, you lose life equal to that permanent's mana value. Then you have Deadly Rollick, 4-cost instant. If you control a commander, you may exile this spell without paying its mana cost, exile target creature. Then you have Entomb, 1-cost instant. Search your library for a card, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle. And that was all the mono black cards you'll find in the new Avatar Last Airbender set. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any cards that you're going to be chasing after, and if so, which ones are they? Which cards are you going to be putting in your commander or standard decks? Curious to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have it.